I welcome you to this fourth session of Time and Work. In this session, we will take a look at the concept of man days of work. Let us say 25 men work for 8 days to produce 20 jobs. So, how do you measure the work done in such a case? Obviously, there are two aspects of work done here. We can actually see that 25 men work for 8 days and they produce 20 jobs. So, one aspect of work done is the output, that is the 20 jobs done. And another aspect of the work done is the input, that is the time spent by these 25 men to complete these 20 jobs. So we also know that work is equal to rate into time. So work is equal to 20 jobs, and input, that is the time spent, must be equal to the output, that is 20 jobs. So work, time spent, so time spent is equal to 25 men into each of the 25 men spent 8 days. So 25 into 8, the total time spent is 200 days. So 20 jobs, the work, that is the output, is equal to rate, which is not known to us, into 200, which is the number of man days of work required, which also represents the time spent. So rate is equal to 20 by 200, which can be simplified as 1 by 10, which implies that each man does 1/10 of the work in one day. Now, to solve questions like these, either we have to equate the man days, or we have to equate inputs, or we have to equate input and output. Let us see one such question. 25 men can do a piece of work in 20 days. In how many days 10 men do the same work? So the output is not given here at all. So therefore we first calculate the input, that is the time spent by 25 men. How much time has been spent? Each of the 25 men spent 20 days. So 25 into 20, that is 500 man days. So 500 is equal to 10 multiplied by D, and the number of days is 500 by 10, that is equal to 50 days. So if 10 men were to do the same work, then they would require 50 days. The essence of solving this equation is we equated the man days. The man days required to complete the job are same. So 500 is the required man days, and even if 10 men complete the work, they will have to have the same man days. So 10 multiplied by D must be equal to 500, and D is equal to 500 by 10, that yields 50 as your answer. Let us solve another question. Some work can be done by 50 men in 10 days. 50 men start the work and work for 5 days. After this, 5 men leave. How many more days will be required by the remaining men to complete the work? Again, output is not given to you. So what is the total work? We can measure the work in terms of its input, that is in terms of man days. And what are the man days? 50 men complete the work in 10 days, so 500 man days. Now 500 man days must be equal to work done in the first segment plus work done in the second segment. What is the first segment? The first segment is the work done by 50 men for 5 days. Now remember, after 5 days, 5 men leave. So when 5 men leave, we call the segment after 5 men have left to be the segment number 2. So work done in the first segment, 50 men work for 5 days in the first segment, plus work done in the second segment, 45 men work for D days, because we do not know how many days will be required by 45 men. We reduce the number of men, so number of days are not known. So we have 500 is equal to 50 multiplied by 5 plus 45 multiplied by D. On simplifying this, we get 250 is equal to 45 multiplied by D, and on simplifying further, we get 250 by 45, which is equal to 50 by 9 days. So what is the additional number of days required by these men? The additional number of men required by these men is 50 by 9, that is 9 integer 5 by 9 days. So with this, we come to an end of this session. In case you have any feedback or any query, feel free to mail to us at studentservices@pfindia.com. Thank you.